Hello Gizmos and welcome back to a FIFA 21 Portsmouth created career mode. So the start of the season is coming up and we have our first game away at Northampton. But before then, just going to show you through the formations that I've changed. Normally I'll go 4-3-3 as a home formation, but instead we are going 4-2-3-1 with two wide players, Neil playing behind Mikey up top with two holding defensive midfielders and a simple four at the back in there as well. As you can see, Dark Lord is in there because during this episode you will find out that Rob is injured. So Rob did start the season, Dark Lord's on the bench, so Dark Lord is there now. Of course Rob is injured, so Dark Lord is there for the away at the back. Kind of different away, normally play 3-5-2 or 3, normally 4 at the back as well, but here we've gone 3-5-1-1, but technically it's like a 3-3 because there's 6 at that back, so 3 holding midfielders, 3 centre backs, 2 wingers, and again a striker behind Neil as the sort of created midfielder. So really important that we pack that midfield, especially away from home. And then in the cup, it's just a simple 4-5-1, 1 holding midfielder with 2 centre mids, 2 wide players, 1 main striker, and again the standard 2 wing backs and 2 centre backs. As you can see, different rotations there. Ocean, Jack and Kian and Remy are all starting in that cup game, but the important games are these league ones. We want to win the league, we want to dominate the season, we want to win every game if we can. If not, we would definitely want to go unbeaten as well, and see what we can sort of produce going into that. So the squad and the team is ready for the first game of the season, and we got off to a flyer after 5 minutes. Great footwork on the edge of the box, Neil cutting it across to Mikey. Neil couldn't really shoot, but he laid it across to Mikey, who taps in and scores the first goal of the season for us and away from home. Mikey will bag loads of goals, there's no doubt about that. His ability is just superb, so no doubt that he will try and get as many goals as he did last time. Here Paul with a good shot and a really good save from the goalkeeper, had to tip it over the bar, was going in for that far corner. Here Joe sends it across into Neil, I think it was in Paul, back out to Joe, who then dinks it into there. Got a hand onto it, actually, put it into the back of the net. I don't know why it was called off, but on the replay, handballs are on this game in this new update, and as you can see, Mikey just jumped and punched it, just leaned with his arm, but of course it is handball, so we don't go 2-0 up, unfortunately. Before the break, we could have gone 2-0 up. Mikey again, good pressure on the defender, and a really good save from this Northampton goalkeeper. He was actually on form, he was making really good saves. But into the second half, we tried to get this early second goal just to capitalise on it, and we do just that thanks to Dark Lord's first ever goal for us. He hit the post and it headed in, and Dark Lord has scored his first ever goal for us. His first game for us. He didn't play in the previous FIFAs. This is his first one, and he scored the first goal for his career, and hopefully many more that he'll be scoring as well. And here you can just see really good footwork. This was really good goal, and then Neil just slots it into the far corner after Mikey's layoff. So Neil assisted Mikey, and Mikey now assisted Neil. But you can just see the great football that we're playing, just really one-touch football and building into that box. And even if one player is in the box, we're still threatening as well. Again, look, B's the only one in the box here, but the keeper makes a really good save, and he was actually on form, this goalkeeper, so there was no doubt that he was saving that. So fair play to him, and we come away with a 3-0 win and a clean sheet for Novio. So congratulations to Novio for keeping a clean sheet. Here again, the goalkeepers just seem to be on form there. Makes a really good save. We keep the pressure on, but nothing that he could do against that. And Mikey scores the first home goal. So he scored the first away goal, and now he scored the first home goal as well. So really good from him as a striker, and turns the camera and celebrates with the south stand. Just really good play that we kept the pressure on here as well. Mikey just busted a gut to get through the defenders. A low hard shot. Keeper should have done better. Went across the goalkeeper into the far corner, and Mikey is just scoring goals and a really good celebration. We're going to try and do different celebrations with different players, or sometimes just keep the celebrations with the players there. On the stroke of half time, Dan was already booked. Bristol Rovers was through, and of course it was a red card, last man. So it's a straight red card, and the pressure was on to try and keep this clean sheet and keep this lead. And a really good effort. I was impressed with this Bristol Rovers number 8. He actually did get himself on the score sheet here. It was laid in, and it was a good save from Sov. Here is a guy who scored. Look, just really good play. Tommy, it was Westbrook was the guy who for Bristol Rovers was really good, dominating their sort of play. But Tommy, lazy touch and gave away the possession and gave away goal. And here, really good feet and a really good finish and really frustrating considering Dan sending off could be the turning point. But into added time, Mikey goes up for a header. The keeper punches it, and McLovin is there to send absolute limbs in the front end. And McLovin, who comes off the bench to score the winner, and there's scenes around Fratton Park, and we win in added time. I would have taken a point considering it was 10 men, and we were against it all in the second half. We were against it so much, you have no idea. But McLovin comes up with the goods, and we win 2 out of 2, and unfortunately Sov doesn't keep a clean sheet, so Novio is in the lead, and of course I'll be keen to see who does keep the most clean sheets during the season. But it was Alfie's turn to see if he could keep a clean sheet in the game against Millwall in the Cup. And this was just a really good ball. Look at this ball from Ocean. Really good ball into B. Takes it in his stride and then smashes it into the bottom corner to grab his first goal of the season. And it was just a really good ball from Ocean. You just cannot do that. And Captain B salutes into the fans as well. Made captain just for this cup game. High fives all the team. But it was a really good goal. And then it was turned for Millwall to play a really good ball. Darklaw just couldn't get there and it was just over Alfie as he went to ground pretty much early. Should have gone to ground with Alfie really early, but nonetheless it is 1-1. Millwall thought they went 2-1 up, but the bloke headed it forward and he was actually offside, so a let off for us on the stroke of half time. And then into the second half, really good back heel from Jax, good ball from Kean, and then B hits the crossbar with his head. He should be scoring that, and it seemed easier to score than miss, but we were made to pay for that because Jed Wallace, a former Portsmouth player when we were back in League 2 after the first 2 seasons, scores to put Millwall 2-1 up. But here, it was a good ball from Ian in Ocean. He beat the offside trap, beat the defender, and beat the goalkeeper. It actually hit the goalkeeper as it went in, but had too much power on it. And Ocean equalises after 17 minutes, and we are 2-2 in the Cup. And a really good Cup entertaining game for that. But it actually ended 2-2. There is no extra time in the Cup, so it goes to penalties. And then Mikey brought on for the penalties, actually misses, which is a shock really, because you wouldn't expect Mikey to miss, but he did. Jed Wallace then misses himself, even though he scored in normal time, but it matters when you do it in the penalty. So the first penalties we've both missed. B then scores to give us an advantage into the top corner. Really good goal. Scored in normal time and then scored in the penalties. Malone then scored. I thought he was going to go down the middle, but he didn't. Then me to try and score. I never miss a penalty in any sort of FIFA or real life, and I carry that on by scoring. Olaf then went for Millwall, and then Alfie makes a fantastic save. What a really good save. Tips over the bar, and we go 2-1 up still. Ocean to put us 3-1 up, which he does. Really good finish from him. And then if they missed, we would win it, because then we would go 4-1 up and there was no need to score. So Bennett had to score, and I thought he missed. He dinked it. It was going wide. It hit the post. Then it rolled into the back of the net. Absolutely cheekiest of penalties, and he got away with it. So it was all left for Tommy. Tommy had been playing very poor lately, so it was his chance to seal the victory, which he did, and send us through into the next round, into the second round of the Carabao Cup. But yeah, it was really good. 2-2 against Millwall Championship side. They played one of their strongest teams as well. We played our sort of third team weakened side, so nonetheless we go through on penalties. Into next game, Nil gives us a 1-0 lead against Hull. It was actually a really boring game. Nothing happened in the first half, but against the run of play, we actually went 1-0 up, and we just sat back. But sitting back, look at that, really good strength. Got away from Darklaw and then dinked it over Novio to make it 1-1. And Hull probably deserved that. We were really poor in this game, in all fairness. So we take a 1-1 draw away from home, which is not too bad away from home, because Hull are going to be our promotion rivals, so take a point where you can. Here you can see this is where Rob got injured after the third game, so unfortunate for him. He was actually out for 2 months with a dislocated shoulder, and then with that what really happened. This was really good play. Look at that touch, look at the turn, look at the pass, and the finish was really good to beat Sov, and Fleetwood go 1-0 up. And with Rob coming off and then Darklaw coming on, it kind of unsettled the defenders. And then here you can see Dan just got caught, gold side, and then Duffy just run through and slots it through, and we're 2-0 down at home on the stroke of half time. The fans were booing, very upset. So a big second half was needed, and then aided by them just giving it to Mikey, and you just have to run with Mikey, smashes it in the box, and then reduces the arrears down to 2-1, and it was a really good finish in all fairness. And we had to sort of start fast, and we did. And then Tommy, whose confidence was building after that penalty win to see us go through, then equalises for us, and then the dramatic comeback was complete. 5 minutes from time, got lucky there with a deflection. Mikey smashes it in the corner, and again limbs in the front, and just like when McLovin scored to give us the victory, Mikey does very late on, midweek. Fratton Park under the floodlights is really good anyway, but we win the game at 3-2. Here Novio makes a really good save, an absolutely fantastic save from Novio, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and just see how important this save is. Strong arm, and pushes it away to keep us 1-0. He's really impressed, telling the defenders, where were you? Really good save, and that save proved really good as well, because we went up the other end. B had a really good shot, and it was a good save from the goalkeeper. And then on the stroke of half time, I have a shot. It's hit the arm of the Crew player, and we get a penalty. It's our first penalty of the season that we do get. It was a clear penalty. The bloke's blocked it with his arm above his head, so it was a penalty. The ref had no choice. If anyone knows me, when I take penalties, always go left, and you always score. And I do on this occasion. It gives us a 1-0 lead away from home on the stroke of half time, and just copying celebrations there from doing it in general. And then Neil gives us a 2-0 lead after 56 minutes. A really good finish that was. He could have hit it right footed, but he didn't. Hit it with the outside of the left foot to absolutely finish it past the goalkeeper. Just really impressed with the actual save that the keeper could have made. But we got caught open, 1-2 there from Crew at the back, and they just pass it through, and on 67 minutes they make it 2-1, and then on 70 minutes, look at this for a ball, look at this, that was a class ball. The defenders are cut open, he lays it across, then he lays it back forward. I thought he was offside, but apparently he wasn't, and in the space of 3 minutes we were 2-0 up and 2-2, and we could have won it here, and again in extra time. Look, 3 minutes, Mikey's shot was saved and blocked, and it went out for the corner, and we actually didn't have time to even take the corner, which is really frustrating. But in the next game, we have Burnley away here in the Carabao Cup, and this is really good that we have Burnley away. Really good that we do have Burnley away here, and it was good that the fact that the Cup games are like this, because it's a Premier League team away from home, and chance for our sort of like BC side to do something. I should have given us the lead. Jax with a really good ball over, and I failed to hit the target. Really poor from me. And then here Jax just dinks it up and then shoots with the outside of the left foot, and if that went in, I would have screamed. Really good finish. But in any game that you play, if you don't take your chances, you will get punished, and we did in the first half. Here, really good feat again from Burnley, and it's Premier League quality. You've got to remember this. Their finishing was good, and they broke the offside trap, come out for Alfie, rolled it past. Alfie actually got the block, and then he passed it forward, an easy tap in which the Burnley player nearly fucked up anyway. But we go out 3-0 to Burnley, which is no shame in that, because Burnley are a Premier League side, 2 divisions above and away from home, so a difficult ask in that respect. Into the next game here, and the final game of the episode is Sunderland at home, who is going to be our promotion rivals, and McLovin gives us a 1-0 lead. He scored in the last home game against Bristol Rovers to send us limbs away in that home end, but he gives us a 1-0 lead. He's coming for Tommy, who's played poor, so Tommy has been dropped. And in here, look at this, just the space for Mert to run through. Sov made a really good save, and then from the resulting corner from that save, he just let B go from Neil's pass, and B was never going to miss that, and that's B's second goal, and it was a really good finish as well, one-on-one. He had all the time in the world, and when you have that much time, you can sometimes sort of like mess it up, because you've got too much time to think about what you're doing. And then here again, look, Ryan with acres of space caught Sunderland open, and 3-0 we were up. Mikey scored just after like 40 minutes, and we were 3-0 up against Sunderland, and this is really good. Here, this was what pissed me off. I won the ball. Absolutely, you could see so badly that I won the ball from Dan, but the ref gave a penalty, but it didn't matter because Sov saved the penalty to keep his first clean sheet, which unfortunately he didn't because the ball got lopped over, and it was a really good header past him. Sov could have probably saved it, but he didn't, so it doesn't really matter. And then here, Mikey with a great ball. Keeper come out, and Ocean just dinks it over the goalkeeper. What a finish that is. Just to dink it over the goalkeeper is such a sublime finish. Coming off the bench as well, scoring. And not only did he score once, B also got an assist. Look at this for a cross. And a first time side foot volley finish. And we smash, I'm trying to think of the right word, hammer, smash, destroy Sunderland 5-1. So when you're beating your rivals, that's really good. So we are top of the league, 6 games played, 1-4, drawn 2, lost none, scoring loads of goals, but also keeping a lot of clean sheets. Mikey's leading the goal scorers. Joey, Neil, Ocean, B, McLovin, Darklord and Paul and Tommy are all on the goal scoring list. So guys, leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next